Good evening. My name is Marcelo Skelly, and tonight we turn our attention to an alarming trend where children are less exercising than ever before, and their bodies are starting to notice.
A new nationwide study shows that physical activity among kids has dropped with only 47%, or teens and children meeting the recommended over 60 minutes of physical activities per day in recent years, which health experts are calling concerning. Tonight, I, Charlotte, and my partner Miles will work with the root cause and reason behind the fall of active children.
But sadly, this concern is not just in one country, but is a worldwide problem. Kids are less active, and in recent years we have been seeing health problems popping up. Tonight we have two experts joining us from Germany and England to talk about both their country's youth and their relationship with sports. Starting with England, we have Karen.
Welcome, Karen. Tell us a little bit about yourself and then introduce your research.
Thank you for the warm welcome. I'm Karen, and I'm the Chief Executive for Sport England, which is a body of government responsible for growing and developing sports and getting more people active across England. Yet lately, our research has become more on the depressing side.
Oh no! We have looked at one of your articles where you wrote, "Fewer than half are meeting the chief medical officer's guidelines demonstrates the scale of challenge facing our country."
And why is that? Why is the activity levels drop?
That's a good question. A recent nationwide study shows that 1 in 4 children meet the daily recommended 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity. But there are a few reasons why this is happening. We already know that the cost of living concerns has impacted children and young people's relationship with sports and physical activity. An activity check we did back a few months ago revealed that almost 1 in 5 parents said that they were using free activities for their children to socialize with friends instead of paid, while 12% said they reduced the regularity of paid activities. So it's not possible for everyone to pay for the extracurricular activities.
You could say maybe that life has become too expensive to play for sports or activity.
Sadly, yes, the people of England have been struggling financially to support their kids in extra activities for years.
Now let's take a look at Germany's youth with an expert from S02. Welcome to our daily news show. Would you care to introduce yourself and what you do?
Hi, I'm Barbara Vorsamer. I'm a journalist at S02 researching why the youth is moving less. We have the same problem in Germany as kids from ages 11 to 17 are taking part in physical activities for less than an hour a day. At the end of class, the playgrounds are a fun and active place for kids, but as they grow up, they lose the interest in going down slides. For the older kids, there is usually a football or basketball court, but it's used mostly by boys, where girls are left out, taking part in physical activities.
So girls take less part in sport than boys?
For girls, it's 22.4% that take part in over an hour of physical activities, 9.4% for the boys. Overall, 26% of 3 to 17-year-olds are reaching the recommended hour. And sadly, the percentage have been falling since 2014.
Has anyone been doing anything to fix this problem?
Actually, yes. Since 2019, schools in Germany have been offering school gym, where schools is made more active and creative. Almost all kids joined as it made more positivity and healthy working environment.
Is Germany affected in the same way, where parents don't have the time or how can you say the resources for the kids to take part in sports?
Since women have begun working more than before, time isn't as available in the household for driving kids to different sports. Studies shows that kids have been eating more unhealthy food and are missing out of guidance from parents.
It's sad that the consequences of a social system against families, if let's say if parents had more freedom,
then the children would have more freedom. Would you say that it's true that people in minorities and people from less affluent families have lower activity levels?
Yes, in England, there are inequalities in the activity levels with Black and Asian families joining under the 40% of physical activities, and from the less affluent families joining in only 44%.
What about the differences between girls and boys?
Girls are 44% less likely to be active than boys.
When you read my article, Why Kids Aren't Moving, how did you understand it?
I used Laswell's analysis model to find about the main message that the youth isn't moving enough, and the German schools needs to enforce more gyms, as well as the effect to get people to focus on the problem, and there's something that's got to be done here.
Any other analysis tools you used?
I used an argument model because of the arguments made in the article. The opinion kids are moving too little on the average day, it's backed up and proven with the fact that kids are sitting down at school with minimal movement just to get picked up at the end of the day in a car. If kids don't have a natural ways to take part in physical movement, overall with their activity level fall.
It's very interesting how simple using a model will make an article easier to understand for other people.
What models did you use when you read my text?
I also used Laswell communication model, where I found out the activity levels have finally established after Corona. While minorities, girls and children of low-income families aren't fully able to join in an hour of activities. The result of the report is a bigger focus on the problems and to solve them as well, as spreading awareness for the problems with inaccessibility for minorities.
When I used the argument model, I found that the opinion to get children more active in England, with facts backing it up, such as statistics showing 47% of the youth reach the 60 minutes of activity, and it's also caused by money and an inability for everyone to join.
What an easy way to analyze.
Well, do you guys have any last words or advice to schools and families struggling with getting the youth active?
Yes, I do have advice. Schools in Germany have made posters and have been spreading them throughout the country to gain awareness, and it's been working. All it takes is a little piece of paper to spread knowledge and help people stay active.
Wow, how innovative. Thank you both for being here and informing us.
This is Charlotte Johansen.
And Marcel Skelly.
And you just have watched the Daily Juice.